Alright amigos, how's it going? I'm Spider. In this video we're going to be breaking down WPF week number 7, going up against Sableye and the Grand Rapids Spinners. My opponent has a team of Iron Valiant, Jirachi, Ursaluna, Serena, Glacier, Ribombi, Chandelure, Haxorus, Overquill, Colossal, and Poliwrath. Terra captains are going to be Glacier with Terra, Ice, Electric, and Ground. Colossal is Fire, Flying, and Dragon, and Poliwrath is Water, Fairy, and Electric. So, with that being said, I've got the 6 on the screen that I'm expecting the most. I think Sticky Webs makes a lot of sense against my team, and I think my opponent will try their damnedest to get those up and keep them up. Good news for me, though, is that his ghost type is Chandelure, and my spinner is Quaquaval. So, he probably won't want to switch into Quaquaval with the Shandy too many times. So that's good. Hopefully we can keep hazards in general off the field. And also he doesn't have an earthquake immunity, so no levitators or flying types. Now obviously he can Terra Colossal, so it's a flying, so it could be a flying type. That's something to keep in mind. But besides that, we're pretty good on that. He does have 2 pretty good rapid spinners in Serena and Colossal. I think when it comes to the rapid spinners that are actually in the game, Colossal's decent, especially as a Terra captain, because you can change its typing, and its stats themselves are pretty good. It's just that its typing kind of leaves a bit to be desired, I guess. Being 4 times weak to water and ground isn't the best, and it's pretty passive, I think. So that might be why it's so low tiered, but it can hazard sack and it can spin, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it. So, yeah, also Overquill probably comes just as a defensive check to certain things. Obviously, it's nice because it resists the Shadow Ball from Spectre, but it's not weak to Draining Kiss. So that's pretty nice. And again, with the Intimidate tech, kind of element there, it can switch into certain things like my Quaquaval and Hisuian Arcanine, and I guess Virizion if I brought it. But yeah, anyway, that's my analysis. Obviously, Iron Valiant, Jirachi, and Ursaluna all probably come just because they're good Pokemon. I have had issues with Jirachi, specifically in the ASL, so hopefully we're better prepared for that Pokemon here. So yeah, let's get right into the team against Sableye. I do have the battle tomorrow night, about 24 hours from now, so I felt like I should just try to get this done with tonight so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. We got Banded Tinglu to start off. We have some speed in here. Trying to outspeed an Ursaluna, pretty much, with 104 speed, max attack, and then the rest in the HP. And again, no earthquake. No earthquake immunities, but also just really no earthquake switch-ins. If it's a defensive Serena, but besides that, it gets 2 KO'd by Heavy Slam if I predict that. Ribombi almost gets O-code, which is kind of funny. Although it'll probably bring some bulk looking at my speed tiers. Yeah, Ursaluna is bulky and Glacier is bulky, but they still don't appreciate that move. This thing's got base 125 attack, y'all. It's 110 attack, but still, it's adamant, so. I really considered weakness policy. I feel like it makes a lot of sense here, but I wanted to guarantee damage of Banded. I just thought that would be nice. Stone Edge is just in case he brings the Terraflying Colossal, in which case, we'd want to be able to Stone Edge that, right? And then Mementos just in case, for some weird reason we want to let this thing go down. Maybe it is in against something that I know it doesn't kill, and then I wanted to Memento to get a free switch into something else. Maybe that happens. Not sure yet. We're going double band here. Mythic. Decided to put this one up next. We are just 24 EVs in speed, just in case something tries to speed creep us. See, this is why I wear a hat, because my hair always gets in my face. In case Overquill tries to speed creep a 0 speed Arcanine, that would be nice to still outspeed that. The rest is in attack and HP. And we've got, wait a minute, I forgot to change the move. So we are banded, but we're just going to change it to close combat. Instead of agility, I was toying between agility, 3 attacks with either an air balloon or a life orb, and then Also banded. Shout out to BGC for helping me again. The goat right there. He wanted me to go weakness policy Ting Lu. I can't blame him, but it's not my speed, man. I mean, yeah, this thing's just really good. I mean, it's my kill leader. I'm pretty sure it's like top 5 in the MVP race in the whole league-wide. But it, for good reason. This thing goes crazy. So hopefully we can get it going. Next up is Quaquaval. We got basically just a boots kind of spinner. Two moves that boost our speed, which is kind of interesting, and then triple axle and flip turn. I felt like I didn't really need fighting stab against this team. I just aqua step and triple axle his entire team. Serena and Haxorus are obviously there. They're 2 Pokemon that can resist that aqua step, and then I triple axle those 2. So we are max attack with 104 speed and a Jolly Nature. That will outspeed Rabombi, max speed Rabombi at +1, and then the rest in HP. Flip turn is just nice in case I rapid spin, and then maybe I'm in against Jirachi. I can just get a little bit of chip off with the flip turn, and if he outspeeds me, we know he's scarfed. So, although that probably won't be worth risking, to be honest. But anyway, we got Regigigas, a little pinch of speed in here with the rest in HP and defense. We're just physically defensive, and we're Terra Fairy because that's what we do now. that's just things. This thing's role, to be honest. It's just it's a fairy type. It's usually defensive. It sits there and it takes a lot of hits and it tries to paralyze. And very rarely will it get the slow start. It never gets its act together. Let's just be honest. If it does, it's probably too low to do anything with it. But we're here mainly just to switch into, I guess, Valiant, Jirachi, Glastrier, Ursulune, all of his physical threats. We do have a Wish Passer, as you can see. So hopefully we'll be able to keep this thing healthy. Can't guarantee it, though. It kind of lets Ursulune just set up all over it. But hopefully it doesn't bring, like, Sword Stance, because that would kind of suck. Body Slam helps to paralyze things. Obviously, Knockoff will knock off items. Ice Punch, just to hit Ursulune a little bit harder. Bro, if he runs, like, Weakness Policy... Imagine if he switches into a Body Slam and gets paralyzed, gets the Guts boost, and then I Ice Punch him the next turn, and he gets the Weakness Policy, and then he sets up a Sword Stance. Bro, I mean, nothing's taking anything from that thing. That's not going to happen. Surely that scenario will not happen. And then Terra Fairy will also be, obviously pretty helpful for like a Haxorus, so that it can't scale shot up and boost its speed on me. That's pretty important. So if it gets its act together, I think this is a matchup in which it is possible to go 5 turns without dying, especially with Protect. But only time will tell, right? Next up, we got Wigglytuff, just specially defensive, a little bit of... I tend to bring speed on, like, a little bit of, at least some speed on everything, just in case I can outrun certain things. This is the same thing with Ursaluna, or same thing with Ting Lu. They're both this Ting Lu's 152. Wigglytuff's only 140. Does that still outspeed? Yeah, it should still outspeed Ursaluna. Ting Lu has a little bit more just in case. Yeah, that is the Edgar. Alluring Voice is nice in case something tries to set up on me, like a Quiver Dance Rabombi is possible. Obviously Swords Dance or Dragon Dance Haxorus. Swords Dance Glastrier, even though I outspeed that Pokemon. Even a Calm Mind Shandy. If you can tell, I don't do anything to Chandelure. But Alluring Voice, not only does it go through sub, but it will confuse them if they try to set up on me, which is fantastic. But also Encore is just really helpful. So I do have Frisk. Competitive would make sense here because, he does have Sticky Webs, Sticky Web potential, and like a potential like Trop Kick Serena, perhaps, or like Spirit Break from Iron Valiant. But I don't really need the extra damage. I'd rather just have the information that the Frisk gives me. I think it's better than, even if I were to get a +2 or a +1. I don't really care about the damage. It's more about the, wishing things up, protecting to scout, Encore to lock things in, Alluring Voice to stop hinder setup. So I don't really need the competitive. But yeah, next up is Spectre. We have Nasty Plot, 3 attacks. Obviously Mudshot is for the little Overquill. we have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Iron Valiant. Now, of course, it could run booster energy, but we're assuming, maybe it's come in, attacked, and then switched out, and then it doesn't have its booster anymore. That's when the speed will be relevant. Max special attack and the rest in HP. Covert Cloak is very specific. It's really just for a Scarf Jirachi that tries to come in and Iron Head me. So that's that situation. I don't really know if there's any other applications. Maybe if an Iron Valiant gets a Spirit Break off on me, it's not going to be able to lower my special attack because of the Covert Cloak, so that's nice, I guess. Maybe Rabambi Moonblasting, even though it's only a 10% chance, I still guarantee that I don't get a special attack drop. But yeah, that's about it. So anyway, I just like the Covert Cloak because I can't get flinched out by a Scarf Jirachi. Which again, I'm not even it's not guaranteed that he brings Scarf Jirachi, but it is a possibility, and I don't want to lose to that. So that's what that's for. I'm tired of running leftovers in Culverberry every time, so that too. All right, I'm gonna make the change for Arcanine because obviously this thing needs to have close combat. But other than that, team's locked in. We're ready to go. So I'll cut the video right here, and I'll see you guys in the battle. All right, here we are in the battle, going up against Sableye and the Grand Rapid Spinners. Obviously, we're on Showdown. My opponent had some sort of... I'll restart the music here. My opponent had some sort of recording issue last night, so he couldn't have the battle when we were supposed to. So a little bit less than ideal that we're on Showdown again, because we were on Showdown last week, but here we are. I'm going to lead Samba. Because, they didn't bring Jirachi, which is crazy. This is a good lead for me. I'm just going to flip turn, I think. No Overquill either, so my Spectre set does not make that much sense against the 6 that he brought. I'm glad to see no Rabambi though. But I think I just flip turn here. I think that's pretty low downside. I can go into Goofy So let's flip turn, see what we see here. I didn't want to lead Ting Lu because I didn't want the Glacier to lead. I figured it might try to go for a lead just to get its Terra off, but we don't see that. Yeah. Pretty interested to not see the Overquill though. I guess he was worried about a Will-O-Wisp Spectre, but definitely, I don't know. Oh, by the way, I did change my Arcanine. I changed it to Agility Life Orb with a lot of speed over Band, because I just felt like, that would be pretty nice to have that. My opponent's taking their time with this one on turn 1. Yeah, I mean, I got rid of close combat. Okay, so we do a hefty chunk with that. 37, so he's definitely got some form of HP. He's defensive. He's defensive as frick. Am I? Okay, wait. Maybe he's not. No, he's got some defensive aspect. I don't know exactly how much. I am still going to go into Goofy Eye. I think it's my best play. Not sure what exactly this thing is going to do. See a Drain Punch do 26%, and we do see the Flame Orb. So I think what I'm going to do is just protect here. It's pretty low downside. I don't have to Terra, so I'm not going to. If he switches, my Protect fails, so I can just use it again the next turn. He was not burned. So with that Drain Punch, he only did 28% to me. So he definitely is not fully offensive, fully attack invested. In fact, he may not have any attack investment, which is a very cool, very interesting little set you got there. Yeah, that's looking like almost no. He might have a little pinch, but not that much. So we could just stay in and Terrastalize, but I don't want to Terra if I don't have to. So yeah, because I'm still immune to Shadow Ball, but then again, Wigglytuff is as well. Okay, so I do just protect here. He's gonna substitute, so it's well played on his part. There goes the sub. I kind of wish I was Rocky Helmet right now, but it is what it is. So yeah, he's gonna force my Terra here, which is fine. I'm gonna protect again. If I could get the slow start off, that would be huge for sure. Just gonna Ice Punch. I'm going to play it safe. This Facade is definitely going to do a hefty chunk to me. But, oh wow, that's a 2-hit. Okay. So we are going to do this. I am going to Protect here. I think that's still the safest play here. Do I really need to, though? Is there any way Ursaluna takes this Ice Punch? Yes, there is. So I'm definitely going to Protect. It could live this, and I don't want to, risk that. At this point, Ursaluna is so low that I'm in a decent position. I'm glad I took Close Combat off Arcanine, because even in Mox I wasn't really using it. Because by the time Arcanine came in, Ursaluna was pretty chipped as is, and that's exactly what happened in the actual battle, obviously. So I think right now Regigigas is doing its job. The only thing is that without a defensive wall, Glastrier is kind of annoying. So we're just gonna have to figure out that thing's Terra and go from there. He does have the Trick Room Setter in the Chandelure, so that's something to keep in mind. But right now, this little Samba is looking delicious, if I do say so myself. We just have to land hits, specifically Triple Axle. If we got a +1, I might just, I won't sweep because of Calyrex, but I could still kind of go crazy. I hope the music isn't too loud. I'm going to turn it down even more, because in previous videos, I have had the music way too loud. If it is too loud, I'll just do a post-com. So that's what I'll do. I do Protect there, it doesn't work. I think here I'm going to knock off. It might just be Boots. Is that really worth it? I'm going to Body Slam. I'm going to try to get a little bit more damage off. I'm not sure if this thing actually knocks me out here. I don't want to Protect again in case he is... Why did I say Calyrex? Glastrier. I don't want to Protect in case he subs as well. And it's looking like no one hit is actually knocking me out here. Crash is going to do 27. Yeah, a high roll could knock me out here. He is leftover, so I'm going to Protect here. He's leftover, so I think I'm going to knock those off after this turn. And then we can just Body Slam. Because at this point, I don't really see Ursaluna as a huge threat. He's going to taunt on my Protect, which is fine, I guess. Obviously doesn't affect my Protect. I wish I just clicked knock off there, but that's fine. He's gonna do that. I'm gonna Protect. There's no reason not to Protect here, in my opinion. I just get more health back. He could switch. I just don't see really the point. I don't know. He does get an attack boost if he kills this Pokemon, so that's something to keep in mind. Let me just pull up the Glastier's not Terra Water, so hopefully I get this thing low enough. Let's calc this actually. Hopefully I get this thing low enough to where I can knock it out with Quaquaval's Aqua Step. So it's looking at like it has some sort of defense investment. Another Body Slam will kind of give me a better tell on this. I'm kind of hoping he overpredicts here and clicks a different move, but I don't think anything doesn't kill me at this range. He also has not Terra'd yet, so that's interesting. Interesting to note. He may have speed on this Pokemon. I'm assuming he is some sort of speed investment to try to outspeed Ting-Lu. I do have a considerable amount of speed on my Ting-Lu. And he switches into Shandy there. Okay, interesting. Now Protect is very obvious here. Well, is it? I mean, he can't really predict that in case I just knock off, right? I would like to go into Wigglytuff just to kind of gauge this Pokemon's damage. I don't need this Regigigas though. I mean, besides a sack, it really doesn't do much for me at this point. So I'm just gonna knock off. He Willows, so I'm gonna get a big knockoff off here. I get a critical hit and I knock off the Blunder Policy, which is crazy. I actually went against the Blunder Policy in my last game, or in one of my mocks. He had Inferno plus Blunder Policy, so I'm definitely glad I knocked that off. At this point, there's no way he doesn't just knock me out, so I'm gonna knock off still. I think knock off's still the best play. At this point, I think he's probably, yeah, he's just tired of dancing around this thing. I'm gonna Shadow Ball there, so he's not Scarfed. I could go Mythic and just Agility. I think that would be a great play. So I think that's what we're gonna do. could, of course, be Trick Room. Or I could go Samba. Oh, but Samba doesn't outright outspeed this. That knockoff was a crit and I was burned. Okay, so healthy, no, I was burned. Chandelure, I got a crit, which was very fortunate of me. Knockoff did 65, so he's got to have some sort of investment in HP, but not like that much. I'm interested to see because if I bring in Samba and he outspeeds with a Willow, that's really bad for me. I could also just go Blackwood. I kind of like the Blackwood play. Yeah. I really like the Blackwood play. I think I can just safely Dark Pulse. Because if the... yeah, he has no item. I could just Dark Pulse here in case Ursaluna comes in. Okay. So I get the +1 there. Now, what does he bring in? Of course, the Covert Cloak is nice for the Iron Valiant if it does end up clicking Spirit Break, because it will not lower my special attack. But the thing is, I don't have Draining Kiss on the set. I had Mudshot instead. So, yeah, we'll see here. I don't think he brings in Glacier or Ursaluna. In fact, I'd like to see Ice Crash. Did 27.8 and then 29.5. I don't know if I actually ever calc this. Yeah, he's just max attack adamant. Okay, that's good to know. And the Ursaluna is defensive to an extent. So we will wait. I think I'll just, here, I'll do this. Okay, Serena comes in here. He could knock off my item. I think I'm honestly fine with that. I don't really want to switch anything else in. I could go Edgar since it's not really too, it is kind of valuable. I don't need Spectre in this game, I don't think, to be honest. So I'm just going to Shadow Ball to see what kind of damage we do. Or should I just Nasty Plot? I don't think, yeah, well, I definitely don't die to a knockoff, right? Well, if he's max attack adamant, I might, so I don't think it's worth it. I think I'll just Shadow Ball. At +1, I should definitely two-hit this. So that's what I'll do. If he's max attack adamant, he could knock us out here, so, okay. There's the knockoff, he's not, so we will Shadow Ball again. He's got no priority on this team. Iron Valiant gets Vacuum Wave. Oh, Haxorus does get First Impression. Kind of wishing I did click Nasty Plot, but I think I still made the best play there. He goes Ursaluna, okay. I'll just Dark Pulse this. Should definitely go down to this. So we are at +1 now. I mean +2. Now Haxorus could come in and max attack adamant. First Impression will knock us out. I think I'm fine with that. Don't really think I need to overpredict here, because if I switch as he DDs, we're in a rough spot. He's Scarfed, okay. So he's Choice Scarfed Haxorus. Really wish I still had the Air Balloon on Mythic, but I don't. This could be a great opportunity to go into Samba. Maybe. If he's Adamant Earthquake. Is an Adamant Earthquake to hit KO me? It may. If he gets 2 good rolls, it could. So I think I go EQ here. Earthquake does very little, and I just Earthquake everything on his team. If he's max HP, which I don't even think he is, because the Serena, I'm thinking about the Serena here. Serena should go down to this. Maybe, it might. I might just Heavy Slam. I think I will. Because I don't think he stays in. Earthquake does very little. We know he's Scarfed, obviously. So I think Serena comes in here. Maybe Glacier. I'd really like to see Glacier. I think Serena comes in and we knock it out. Because like with the Shadow Ball damage from the Spectre, it may not have been. Okay, so he goes into this. I think he's going to Terrastalize. He already saw the Heavy Slam. Does he go Terra Electric? Mayhaps. Mayhaps he does. If he goes Terra Electric, am I screwed? If I stay in, I might be. There's people walking around. Okay. But he's not going to go for an electric type attack here, right? So I could just go Samba. nice for these two, to be honest. It is nice. It is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go Samba here. There's no way he clicks in Terra Blast here. I just don't see it. I mean, Glacier should be able to take a hit anyway. And Icicle Crash, we do live. I just need to make sure I play this endgame properly here. He's gonna taunt me. Okay. I think I'll just Aqua Step if he... Wow, that's interesting. What if I just Heavy Slam? I'm surprised he hasn't Terrastalized yet. Let's Flip Turn. He does Terra there. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, he's gonna Terra Blast here. Gonna go into Tinglu here. There's Terra Blast. I'm gonna click Earthquake. Okay, we do outspeed Tinglu because Tinglu is going to pick up another kill. So now he's got Haxorus and Iron Valiant. I think I just stay in against either of those. Or do I switch out against Valiant? I think his best shot at winning this game is by trying to set up with Valiant, so I think I'm going to stay in. I live any one hit, and I may go kill him back. I'm going to need a good roll, but yeah, I could knock him out. Depends on how much bulk he has. I don't know if he goes Valiant because I have revealed the Heavy Slam, and he doesn't know I'm banded at this point. For all he knows, I could just be offensive because I don't think I need band to knock out Serena at that point. Yeah, I don't. So, well, it depends on his set. But again, I don't think he's maximum HP. He could have physical defense investment, which obviously wouldn't affect the Shadow Ball damage from Spectre. But he could have physical defense investment there, which would obviously impact the Tinglu damage. But yeah, like I said, I think my only play, whoever comes in, is just an Earthquake. And Haxorus cannot lock itself into a Dragon Tail move while Wigglytuff is around, so that is obviously ideal. Okay, Valiant comes in, Warp Drive, Speed, Backflip we never... I don't even remember what that... Anyway, we're gonna Earthquake, he does SD. We do have, okay, he does live that. How do I play this? What do I get rid of? Obviously I have Extreme Speed on Mythic. I think we're good though. I honestly think that Edgar can probably take 2 EQs from a Haxorus. Voice do that much because you're level 50. I'm done. Okay, Earthquake actually might 2-hit KO Wigglytuff, but I could Protect to kind of get some damage back. I think Samba right now is the most useless Pokemon because it will need to land a triple axle. Its chance of missing is higher than Haxorus' chances of getting a critical hit, which is why I kind of want to go into Samba here and sack that. So we're gonna Drain Punch. I forgot about that move. Well, I might have just thrown. If he's +2, does Tinglu take this? Drain Punch? It does not. It does not. I'm assuming Edgar does not either. Edgar definitely doesn't take that. I think we lose here. Damn, I'm so bad. Well, then again, I just lose anyway, right? Yeah, I think I would have lost anyway. Okay, unless I get some crazy-ass crit with Mythic. Yeah, that's just Iron Valiant for you. I don't think there's much I could have done there at the end. But it is what it is. GG to Sableye. He gets his win. And we are now 4-3. So we're doing. Okay, I'm just going to stop the video here. We get swept. So I'm not going to waste anyone else's time more. Thanks for watching. We are going to be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. For week 8. We're going to try to make a playoff run. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.